Out of every job I've ever had through this industry, this one is my favorite. Now for me. Shake it up. People from around the world come to Los Angeles to find their way, to learn about dance, learn about themselves. Our 4 pillars of ML is something that's been there from the beginning, from the very start. The 4 pillars are craft, connection, culture, and community. And I will drive that home all the way through. And for everybody here in this space, we all live a movement lifestyle. I'm just one person of the many around the world that live a movement lifestyle. So I come from Daly City. That's where I was born and raised. That's around San Francisco. And that community is really tight. But you come out here, you pursue this passion of dance, going for something you love, but you don't know everyone around you. So sometimes it's hard to connect because we're all just trying to find work. I think community was very separate from industry. I felt people working and then people doing it for the love of dance, and everyone has this sort of, at the time, I felt it was very separated.
I ask you to work with each other in this time, and then we will move on after you work with each other. Okay?
I was yearning for more community. You know, we're in our little bubbles, so how can we find some sort of pool of centralized location where we can learn about each other more, learn about each other's culture, about each other's life or our passions, and just find ways to connect. I just started with a little office. That started to generate energy. From the office, we pushed to a small studio, smaller than this space actually. And then from that, it just rolled.
Yes. Last little bit to top.
The quickest way possible, COVID hit. I was in the Philippines on a family vacation. I made it on a flight back. I'm coming back to the studio and realizing what is in front of us. Is this gonna last 2 weeks? Is this last 1 month? There was no one that could come to the door, and our landlord was completely just saying, I don't care. You have to keep paying in order to keep this place. What we did was we created a fundraiser, and once again, the community showed up to help support us. But we didn't know that the pandemic would last longer than we expected. This fundraiser would only keep us afloat for X amount of time until the second wave hit. And it completely smacked us in the face. I'm on here to officially announce the closure of our studio here. Down, I could look around the room and see my community, my team wiped out, like with debt and financial worry and all of it looming. I completely crashed. That was true crash and burn. Even as a human, it took me a really long time to find how to get back to zero. So today is October 1st, 1:33. Yeah, last time, y'all. Here we go. I think the hardest part about closing was feeling like I was letting my community down. You feel anger, sadness, you feel embarrassment. From there, I have to give it back to my wife, showing me love daily, the simple things, and I found myself back to myself.
I'm coming home, coming home, coming home. I'm coming to a place where I know I belong. I'm coming home, coming home, coming home.
So from June 12th, everything was completely locked in, and we ran. And now is the opening, September 1st and 2nd and 3rd. This is our grand opening weekend.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
I think everybody's kind of like juiced and excited to just see what it's like to be in the space. I wouldn't be here in LA doing what I do if it wasn't for the brand that ML created. Before I've even moved to Los Angeles to pursue a career in dance, so for them to reestablish and for me to have a home here now too means a lot.
I think even as we create a lot of it, it doesn't mean it's done. There's always work to be done. Craft, connection, culture, community. The depth goes far. And each one has so much in it. I don't think that work will ever be done.